Hello everyone, this is Dmitry from Galileosky, and we continue learning about the Configurator software features. Today we will discuss the Commands tab, which allows us to change the device configuration, get the current device information, and even control some of the device functions. So let's see how to work with this important tool. Start the Configurator and open the Commands tab that is available at the left menu. The most part of the screen take field for commands input and field with answers to commands. We also have buttons that allows us to send a single command or all entered commands. The full list of system commands is always available in our knowledge base. Go to the Galileosky.com, put the arrow at the support, and in the menu that appears, choose the user manuals. In the base, at the left menu, go to user manuals and choose commands list. At the beginning of the article, we see the table that contains all existing system commands with the information by which devices and starting with the which firmware version this command is supported. I think this is the time to say that everything that we saw and discussed about the settings menu is just the visual representation of corresponding commands from this list. In other words, you can easily upload the configuration from the single device to as many devices as you need. It's possible for devices that are available locally and for devices that are available for the remote configuration. Let's see how it works. I'm starting the configurator and opening the settings tab. I'm waiting for the configurator to download on the current settings of my device. Now, once the process is done and all parameters are green, I am setting the device settings to the file. We can open the configuration file with the common text reductor, for example, Notepad. As you can see, in the file we have the list of commands with current tracker settings. In case some of those commands are new for you, just find them in Commands List article and check the description. For example, I copy the server IP command and use the search to find this command in the article. As you can see, the command is supported by all Galileosky devices. By pressing on the command name in the table, I move to the command description. So, this command allows me to set the address and the port for the primary monitoring software server. I can use the domain name of the server or the direct IP address. The port is set with comma. Please pay attention to the command structure, which is universal to all existing commands. We have the command name, then goes space, and then the list of parameters separated only by comma, without spaces. You can also use the same command without parameters to request current settings. Some commands like status or reset don't require any parameters. The first one requests the current device system information, and the second one restarts the device. Let's try to change the device settings with the command. I am entering the command server IP, space, IP address, comma, port. Now I am sending the command with the send command button. In the response field, we can see that the device has confirmed the command with new settings. Now I opening settings and switching to the data transmission tab. Yet the primary server is different. What's wrong? Actually, everything is fine. The thing is that the configurator application downloads the current device settings the first time you open the device settings. I am updating the data on this page by pressing Load Page button, and now we can see the actual device settings. When you are connected to the device remotely, the new option is available, which is called Send to Queue. When this option is active, the configurator will put your commands to the queue on the monitoring software server. This way you can send commands even to those devices that are currently offline or in a poor GSM signal area. In case the command can't be delivered right away, it will be saved on the server. As soon as the device goes online, the command will be sent to the device automatically. Thanks to this option, you don't need to wait for the device to go online to update its settings. Just add the necessary commands to the queue. You can always check which commands are still in the queue and which one were already delivered on the All Devices tab in the device information. One more useful thing that you can use in your work is changing the configuration file manually. The idea is that you can prepare the configuration file with standard settings like APN settings, server addresses, trusted phones lists, and so on. The engineer who is installing devices can apply this prepared configuration file for basic settings and add manually only those configurations that must be made locally. For example, add wireless fuel level sensors. This way you can mostly avoid the human factor in the device configuration process and be sure that all devices have at least the basic necessary configuration, and the rest settings in most cases can still be made remotely. It would be also wise to remove all empty settings from the configuration file. This way your configuration file will be applied to remote devices faster and will not change the specific settings. The thing is that the default configuration file contains up to 1000 commands, and in most cases, most of them doesn't change anything. For example, in my project, I am not using any Modbus devices, so I can easily delete all corresponding commands from the file. The same way I can clean empty CAN bus settings and Bluetooth text commands. Again, if you are not sure about the command purpose, just search for it in the commands list article in our base. As you can see, the commands tab is an amazing tool once you know how to use it properly. It allows you to save time and efforts. You just need to know where to find the list of commands. This is all for today. Dmitry was with you. See you in the next video.